What's happening, y'all? This is Andrew, and this is Mirror Music, and welcome to another episode of the Playing in the Band Fall 1973 series. When I was originally asked to do this, it's been several months ago now, but when I was originally asked to do this, the show that we're talking about today was not actually on the list of them, but I tend to be a little bit of a completionist, so I tracked down this recording, which is not one of the officially released recordings. I think this is from, November 25th at Feyline Field in Tempe. This is, I think, a playing in the band that closes the first set. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to hear if this is any different. This is a standalone one. It's not connected to any of the others. So it'll be interesting to hear how this differs from some of the other ones too. Another fun piece of trivia actually that I learned as part of my research into the series, and by research into the series I mean what the Deadheads in the comments have told me, is that this is the last show that Donna played before she was out on maternity leave. So, or not the last show forever, but the last show in this series. So, again, this is November 25th at Feyline Field in Tempe, Arizona. This is Playing in the Band, standalone version. Let's see what we got. I don't know why this hasn't been released. This recording is really nice. Like the audio in it. Or the instruments are anyway. It's almost like they're toying with it a little bit. It's got like a lightness. I don't really hear Jerry in here at all. Yeah, I just hear one guitar and one bass and one keyboard. There he is. Was he just, like, taking a leak until this point? Or did somebody, like, plug his cord into the soundboard? Bobby's playing some weird-ass jazz chords under that. This is a much more bass and keys heavy or forward version of this. Talking to each other. Is Feyline Field football stadium at at Arizona State? Do I have that right? If you're going to play outdoors in Tempe, end of November is a good time to do it, I guess. Really loving the bass in this one. It's at least the third different filter pedal that Jerry's put on the guitar in this jam. Or a different effect, I guess. Back down. Here they go, accelerating again. The dynamics are one of my favorite parts about this band. This is the fourth different guitar tone. love these little moments where they're almost trying to figure out whether they want to keep going or not, like in the song. Oh, here's Phil. There's the main riff again. They just pulled it back out. They were about to go to some wild psychedelic place. Phil pulled it out of that tailspin. This little teaser.
Take a short break and go back and warm up.
All right, so almost got a fill bomb. I may have a little bit of a fill bomb there, but like you heard it just a little touch, and then they kind of pulled out of that spin and into back into the main riff. But it was because you could hear. I think it was probably Jerry, but like starting to play the main riff too. There's hearing that little push and pull in real time of, are we going to take this off into like play in the band for 45 minutes and out into the psychedelic stratosphere, or are we just going to pull it back around after only 17 minutes? That's a bizarre thing to be thinking about, saying only 17 minutes for the version of a song. Also, this is one of Donna's sharper performances, I think. Which is bizarre because she's, 9 months pregnant at this point, right? The baby was born, I didn't look up the date, but within a week or two after this, I think. So remarkably sharp, especially given those circumstances. I'm curious also, did Keith take any time off when baby was born too? Like, was he missing from any of the rest of the 1973 shows between November 30th, which is the next one, and the end of the year? Is he playing in those, or is he not playing in those too? From what you guys have told me, she's not singing in them, but is he playing in there too? That's another piece of information that I would love to have. So here, this is the thing that I thought of as I was listening to this, especially in the second half of the jammed out part. I'm a Cubs fan. I grew up being a Cubs fan since I was like 5 years old, since I was old enough to care. And I also grew up in Atlanta Braves country too, in the southeastern United States. So you can't really help but being a Greg Maddux fan with those two pieces of my sporting life fandom going on. So he's my favorite pitcher to watch. I mean, he's just a fascinating human being and a fascinating pitcher to watch. The Grateful Dead remind me a lot of him, right? Because he was a master of changing speeds, changing direction, changing side of the plate, volume, angle, direction, like all of those things. Like he mixed it up, and you never really quite knew what you were going to get. And he was always keeping you off balance, right? And I mean, so many bands are straight gas. They're Randy Johnson, they're Clemens, they're Nolan Ryan, who are all incredible pitchers. I don't want to disparage those pitchers or those other bands. They're straight gas all the time, right? There's not a lot of change in speed. And to me, but they don't have that kind of change up, the cutters coming in from both sides of the plate. They don't have any of that going on necessarily, which keeps, in that metaphor, the batters off balance. The Grateful Dead keep your ear off balance a little bit, right? And that's where the surprise comes from, and it keeps it interesting, right? That's how this is, I think, as you listen to it, going to be the fifth episode in this series. This is how we can listen to, by the end of this month, it'll be like 9 or 10 different versions of the song that they played in November and December of 1973, and still keep it fresh and keep it interesting because they're all different, every single one of them. So it's been a fun journey so far. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves, y'all.